So, the SEC regulates companies in the US by something called selective enforcement. The SEC can't sue every market participant involved in violations of securities laws, so it files select lawsuits on issues that will send a message to other market participants. That's the idea. It's like being a parent. You randomly spank one of your kids for doing what all the others are doing, just to keep them in line.
Welcome back to the channel, guys. As hinted in my previous video, according to this article from Coinpedia, the lawsuit is heading towards a settlement this year. And as I'm sure you've heard, Bitcoin is dipping hard, with the entire market in red. I think it's about the best time to stack up those XRP bags. Buying in at the cheapest. Everybody's doing it. The president of El Salvador is doing it. It's a historical moment in the world of cryptocurrencies right now. So try not to miss out on this opportunity. Buy in, load your bags, stock your wallets, and keep buying into the dip. The shocking news for today, this one with Ripple's long-term partners, as posted by the XRP community's favorite Twitter sleuth, Stefan Huber. I found out why we're dropping. SBI has announced the first XRP payment channel for cross-border payments with Africa. Looking at that image of the screenshot of the SBI Group's official website, you'll find that it says, Notice of start of crypto asset settlement support on cross-border e-commerce site SBI Motors Japan. Japan's first XRP payment support on cross-border EC sites. This was posted on Monday, May 9th, 2022. And as we can see, SBI Group subsidiary SBI Motors Japan, a Japanese cross-border e-commerce site, has enlisted. And two cryptocurrencies, XRP and Bitcoin, serve as its international transaction corridors. But don't forget to hit the like button, smash that subscribe button, and tap the notifications bell before or at the end of this video to show some love. This is huge, guys. Ripple and XRP are going places. This piece right here before us hints about the SBI Motors payment corridors that cut across Africa, Europe, Asia, and even the Caribbean. Do you still think XRP is a bad asset to buy? And if you do, I don't know what else or when else it would be most appropriate to lay your hands on these potential global coins. They're moving into the talks about Terra Luna Foundation and what's happening with their reserve Bitcoin, why all hands seem to be on deck right now over at the Terraform Labs, the team behind the Terra Luna network. And why has the Singaporean nonprofit Luna Foundation Guard outlined a $750 million worth of Bitcoin as its initial loan disbursement to over-the-counter trading firms to manage the capital and help protect its stablecoin, UST. However, from this particular Twitter user, Duo9BTC, we can see that many people neither agree with the idea of whether Terra Luna is decentralized, whether Luna is a secured asset fund for users, or whether UST is an actual stablecoin. As he goes on to explain, if we carefully read through, take a look at this. This guy debunks some mind-blowing myths about the Terra Luna platform, where he unearths the CEO, aka master of the stablecoin Luna, has purchased large swaths of Bitcoin with free money, which has gotten the members of the broader Luna community asking about the endgame of the Terra Labs company. Is it to create a Terra ecosystem or accumulate more Bitcoin? We already know that these doubts have emanated only given the recent sell-off of the supposed Bitcoin reserve, which the CEO had earlier termed as reserve funds that will open a new monetary era of the Bitcoin standard. And afterward, the team starts selling off a fraction of its Bitcoin reserve to support its UST. This led to a more than 45% nosedive in Terra's Luna after the network lost its dollar peg for the second time in 3 days. At which time, the UST stablecoin, which is expected to be pegged at a value of approximately $1 at all times, dropped to a value as low as 65 cents on Monday, according to data from crypto aggregating platforms. And just as UST gets depegged from the dollar, the price of its sister token Luna fell by over 44% from its value of between $70 to $80 to $35 in the past 24 hours. This is happening right under our noses, so it's best to be alert and be prepared for these things. You can do your own due diligence and follow up on those tweets in that thread, and it's quite a lengthy one. Link to that in the description section, so be sure to check that out. In the meantime, let's take a look at some of the tweets highlighted in that thread. This one is from the Luna CEO, Do Kwon, posted in March. It says, every umbrage you take adds more eyeballs to UST and leads Bitcoin and Luna to be market bought. You are helping the Terra protocol to be the biggest stacker of Satoshis in existence. So thank you, Anon, please keep going. In other news, we have the IMF, headed by its managing director, Kristalina Georgieva, pioneering a campaign to confront fragmentation and modernize the international payment system, prepared for delivery on Tuesday, May 3rd, 2022. Looking at the introduction, the conference was held in Zurich, as indicated by the warm address by the IMF boss to the governor of the Swiss National Bank, Governor Jordan. Scrolling down to the bottom of the page, we look into the details of the said conference held towards ushering the global economy into a digital future, and why the system also needs to withstand the growing forces of fragmentation. So if we scroll down just a little bit to the third section on that documentation, to the portion with the heading Modernizing the International Payment System, parsing through all of that to the section that talks about the use of crypto assets, scroll down just a little bit more. Hang on, let's do a quick search on that. Here we go. Now, sifting through that, we eventually dabble on this piece of exciting news that says, here too there is a risk. Think of how crypto assets might be used to circumvent capital flow management measures, undermining the stability of domestic economies and the global system. On the lawsuit front, the Ripple community has doubled down on the pressure surmounted on the SEC to provide its thoughts about the entire digital asset class before the Hinman Ethereum 2018 speech. And that notion has been passed by the US Congress, as posted on Twitter by Congressman Bill Huizenga following a series of deliberations with the SEC's chair, Gary Gensler, sometime last year. But, on the other hand, while the crypto market, Bitcoin, continues to dip even further, XRP continues to garner more and more adoption. So if we take a look at these tweets, we find that XRP has been making waves. There is absolutely no reason to be bearish on XRP at the moment. Price is still trading above a higher low. Only if the price breaks below and closes below 48 cents will I have concerns. On to the next piece of the article on the digital assets. With the lawsuit ongoing, members of the XRP team and the community are steaming on. As we've seen from these experts on several occasions, like the CEO at Ripple putting forth statements in the past that wholly affirm that Ripple would not be entering into any settlement agreement with the SEC. Attorney Jeremy Hogan thinks otherwise. He gives us a few minutes of his expert time on what the outcome of a possible settlement would look like, as well as what it would incite. You'll find a link to that video in the description section below. Another interesting lawyer on Ripple's side affirms that Ripple has not sued former SEC Director of Corporation Finance, William Hinman, given that there is no proof that Hinman knew that Simpson Thacher was a member of the Enterprise Ethereum Alliance. Yet. According to this pro bono Ripple lawyer, even if there were one, it would be a hard nut to crack going through confirming from the SEC's ethics department whether the former finance director got the necessary approval. As highlighted in this Twitter thread, why not sue Hinman now? I probably have 100 DMs asking the above question. And many others are frustrated and wondering why I or others aren't moving forward with a lawsuit against Hinman for his blatant ethical conflicts. Everyone wants justice today. I get it, so do I. And if you scroll down a little bit more, it says on here, we don't have proof yet. Only a fraction of Hinman's deposition was disclosed to the public. I guarantee during Hinman's deposition, he was asked whether he knew Simpson Thacher was a member of the EEA. I guarantee he said that he wasn't aware of it when he gave the speech, as posted by Attorney Deaton. You can, by the way, visit the website xrplawsuits.com to sign up and complete the 1-minute form to support the action of a lawsuit against ex-SEC officials Jake Layton and William Hinman. You'll find a link to that as well in the description. And just like this guy says, if you hold not only XRP, and if you want to sue the SEC and hold XLM, ADA, DOT, or Algo, send us a DM. But that's it for today, folks. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and as always, we'll see you in the next video.